Well, welcome back. Welcome back to Ecocentric. I was planning on doing a video about planning for the next season, but we set these out in the last video, I think, and it's been almost a week, or maybe a full week now, and I have to do something with them. The only reason why I have to do something is because of these. See, here's the radishes, and I planted a medicinal herb here, and they're tall and leggy. So I'm going to have to up pot them into their just little solo cup or 2-inch pot. I'll just collect the things and find out which one. But every one of these is going to have to be potted up, and much of the stem there will be buried to put them in a regular one. See, I've got one back here that's all falling over. But let's show you now. I've got it written down here. I keep records of everything. I planted this 200 cell flat out on December the 21st. On December the 23rd, the radishes were growing. On December the 24th, Hurley Crowd Simpson lettuce, Hurley Jersey Wakefield cabbage was growing, and my medicinal herb. On the 26th, so we're out 5 days now, I still only have 4 growing, but the Lolo Rosa lettuce, those 4 popped up. The Mammoth basil, I had 5 pop up. That's just this side of the early Jersey Wakefield. There's most all of them now except for 2, so that's 8 up. And 3 of these Thai basil. Now 6 of the dark purple opal basil were growing on the 26th. On the 27th, I found this Red Express cabbage. It was growing. And if you look back in here, this is the Apache F3 pepper, so the seeds that I'm saving. I've got the one sprouted there. And now, just as I'm doing this morning, there's another one. This one right here is also an Apache F3. That's all I can see growing there now. So I'm going to turn off the camera and fill up some pots, and then I'll come back and we'll pot up those radishes. Okay. I have 20 cups here. They're just little guys. But radishes is not a very big plant. You plant them like 2 inches apart or something. And being that this soil that I put in here is practically pure compost, I think they might do okay. And of course this is an experiment, so let's get something that I can poke out the block with. Just go down and something that'll go up. So I got it loosened up. Grab out the seed leaf. See the roots down the bottom. And see how well I can poke them down in that little hole I got put there. Now, of course, he looks a lot shorter. Oh, this one's going to come out a lot easier. See the roots. But what I'm going to do, that one was a little bit difficult. I'll make the hole bigger. That's the idea. I'll make all these holes bigger first, and then I'll put them in. Even though I made the hole bigger, I think what I want to do is squish this like that and then put it down. I think the roots will go down easier that way. Let's see. I think that was easier. Because there's no roots right up in the top. See, the roots were down further. So that's why I decided to do that. Knock off that top bit of soil, and then I can get the plant way down there better. Now to put them back up on the grow shelf and see what happens. So I did the same thing with the medicinal herb. I put them in bigger pots. This grows into quite a huge plant, actually, if you give them the right conditions. But my plan is to have a smaller, bushier plant, because instead of going for the flowers, I'm going for the leaves to make an anti-anxiety tea. My blood pressure has been spiking, and now I'm on another blood pressure medication. I said to the pharmacist, I got to be taking anti-anxiety teas every day, and this is a part of it. Like I say, when they get up so far, I'll snip them, and I'll have. That's the hope anyway, to have several bushes that I keep harvesting leaves from and making tea. I noticed when I was taking out the last of the plants there, that there's another Apache F3 pepper growing right there. So that little bit just ahead of my finger there, that's the Apache F3 pepper growing. And there's another one up here. So that's 4, which is great. Now I've gone through, see, I had Apache, so Apache F1, Apache F2, and now it's Apache F3. I've gone through 4 generations with this one. Now we've got some excitement. Remember the micro-dwarf tomatoes that we planted? So they were planted as seed on November the 29th. These plants were just a seed. And look at how nice and stocky they're growing underneath the grow lights. Beautiful. And what's more, flower buds. That one has a bunch of flower buds on them. That's gold pearl. This one, the Chibico, it has a few flower buds on it. Bonsai is just getting flower buds. Looks like there's a flower bud starting here on Vilma. This is Venus, and it looks like there's flower buds starting. And yes, the moment as well. So every one of them has flower buds on them. This is the golden pearls. That's that sweet thing that grows fruit as sweet as your regular dessert berry. That one was planted on November 24th. It looks like they're all planted on November 24th. Now I have these nice and dry. What I have here now, I have several plants. Now this one is 3 liters. This one is almost 3 liters. These two are about 2.5 liters. And then there's 4 here, 2 ice cream containers here. I don't know what, I think this is an ice cream container as well. And I don't know what this was in this bucket, but they're all 1-gallon containers. So I'm going to fill them up with soil and transplant the tomatoes over into them. I almost forgot, I need to show you the root system that has grown. So that's the golden pearl. Here's Vilma. Definitely not root bound. The largest of them, let's check this one. Chabico. Definitely time to get up planted. He's not too bad. You see there's fewer roots on this side here. But yeah. Up planted to the 1-gallon pot. I left the tomatoes in the grow room. Under this light I have lots of room to raise the light up as tall as they're going to grow. The reason I'm leaving him here is because the tomatoes are more of a science experiment, and I want to know exactly the amount of heat they're getting and make sure that the soil stays moist and everything. Up in the bay window, I often forget to water them and it dries out too much and they're all drooped over. So here I will be taking better care of them, and I'll be recording the temperature every day, so I'll get more of a good idea on how they grow. Golden pearls, they're flopped over. They didn't have much of a root system, so I had to wait now before they perk back up. But they're okay. It's just that that's what happens with that plant when you try to transplant it. And then I put the other plants down here. Now one of the reasons why they're growing leggy was because I had the tomato plants under the same lights and I couldn't get the lights down close enough to the seedlings. And so now with them there, I gotta lower that one end. Over on this end over here, they're almost down to the seedlings, as you can see. And I'll lower this end now, and they'll grow much stockier. See what I mean by forgetting to water them? I've almost killed this one 3 or 4 times now. I don't think I quite killed him. I think it'll come back, but he really got... they take up so much water. And this one over here as well. But got some other plants they're growing. Yeah, that's what I mean about if I put them up here in the bay window, I might forget to water them. And then also the temperature difference. If it's a cloudy day, it could be cold air, and then a sunny day, it could be really warm. There's no steady conditions. I think things are doing well in the sunroom. There's the sweet marjoram, and it's still alive and seems to be growing. The temperatures are going between 12 degrees Celsius down to as low as 5.6, I believe was the lowest I've recorded. I've got one ripe pepper. But he looks like something that will come back once the temperatures start being consistently above 10 degrees again. as well, my hearty chocolate. These curry plants, they seem to be growing still, and the rosemary. Tried growing rosemary outside and that wasn't successful, but I think I can grow it along right there. Of course I have to fertilize it with commercial fertilizer, which is not to my liking, but oh well. Is what it is. I'm happy with that. This is the next day now. I'm recording the final closing and the golden pearls I've picked up. Nice and perky. Pretty soon we'll be having fruit off these little tomato plants. Hope you enjoyed it, found it interesting. Hit the like, leave a comment as always. And if you want to follow along, make sure you're subscribed, and I shall see you in the next video.